Salve aí, rapaziada. Vamos aí para o capítulo 16 do Final Fantasy XVI, né? E vamos ver o que a gente vai fazer aqui agora. O capítulo anterior foi bem grande, fizemos bastante coisa. Agora a gente vai falar com o Otto aqui para poder ver qual vai ser a nossa próxima missão. Não sabemos para onde foi o Titã, o dominador do Titã, o Hugo. Mas temos algumas pistas aí.
Otto, is now a good time?
It's not a bad one. How's Jill doing?
Oh, she's been better. Ty is making sure she gets the rest she needs.
Good.
Any word on Kupka's movements?
Vivian's doing what she can to try and track him, but she's feeding on scraps. We've sent ours out to the curse breakers and their other friends in the west, asking them to keep their eye. No leads yet. But it's only a matter of time.
Right. Let me know when you find some.
There he is. All right, Clive. Still busy saving the world.
Quem é você? Esse cabelo, velho.
Mid. When did you get back?
Just now.
What about your studies?
Adjourned. Since Hugo Kupka invaded Rosaria. All the canvas in uproar about it. He's gone mad. He's turned rogue.
Quem é essa daí, mano? Não tô lembrado.
Concentrating with all of that.
All right, you win.
How long will you be staying this time?
Dunno. A while, most likely. Any road, while I'm here, I was hoping you could do us a favour.
Mid. You can't just expect me to...
Please, oblige her. While we are busy tracking down Kupka, you should have a little time to spare.
Professor! Now there's a face I haven't seen in a while. Shouldn't you have it buried in a dusty old tome?
I did, till a familiar trill pricked my ears. As ever, your exuberance is a breath of fresh air, which successfully scattered the painstakingly assembled fragments of my thoughts.
I'll take that as a compliment. Well, Clive, you heard the professor. So, I'll meet you in the storeroom when you're done.
Wait, hold on. Breath of fresh air. Bloody tempest.
Tá mais um furacão, né?
Oi, Otto, you got my gill? Huh? What are you on about? My fee for bringing Mid across. She said you were paying. That little...
The storeroom, was it? I wonder what Mid's plotting.
É isso. O que será que ela tá tramando, hein? Não, depósito, beleza. Só subir por aqui.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest?
Ah, ela é a filha do Cid que estava estudando.
You took your time.
Provavelmente.
I'm a busy man, Mid.
I'll get to the point then. I want to turn the room down there into a workshop like the one I had at Dad's place.
Mid, you've only just come back.
And I've been thinking about it for a while.
E pra mexer com máquina, é filha do Cid, né?
Dad said I had a knack for engineering. Told me everything he knew about it. Then sent me off to Canva to learn everything he didn't.
É ela mesmo.
That was his dream for me. That one day I'd put my studies to use for the good of the cause. But I'm helping no one stuck at school. I've studied enough. It's time I put my knack to work. I know that I can help the people here, and I want to do it.
Well. It's Sid could see you now. All right? I'll tell Otto you'll be staying.
I knew you'd say yes. Which is why I wrote up a list of jobs for you.
For me?
Who else?
What do you want me to do?
First things first, I need equipment and materials to start making my own. There's the designs for the stuff I need, and the stuff it needs smithing from. The other materials I can work myself. Just need a generous benefactor to lay them on for me. Apart from the wood, I'll need a carpenter for that, but I can just borrow yours.
Is that everything?
For now. I'll let you know if I need out else.
Mãos à obra. Temos uma missão.
Where to start? Materials and tools. That means Karen and Blackthorn.
Sid's gonna chop off Cooker's head this time.
O que será que ela está aprontando, hein? Algum tipo de dispositivo? Uma nave?
How's it coming along?
Nearly there.
Se fizer um esconderijo que possa se locomover, é mais seguro, né? Não fica em apenas um lugar. Olha aí.
Blackthorn, you busy?
What does it look like?
I have a commission for you.
Isso é brabo, hein?
From Mid. She requires certain tools. Do you think you can make them?
Bloody hell. What's she planning to build with this stuff? An airship? I'll see what I can do. Tell her I'll bring them over when I'm done.
My thanks. And Mid's, no doubt.
Beleza. Com ele já foi.
What do you need? What's that for you, dear?
Tem coisa nova pra fazer aí, ó. Nossa, o rebolo. Caramba, essa espada aqui é melhor do que a que eu tenho. Ah, o tal do elétron aí, ó. Então, né? Esse rebolo aqui eu vou usar o rolão. Ah, vou ter que fazer.
Not bad, if I do say so myself. That it? Fine.
Essa deve ser a espada do Titã.
Was wondering where you got to. Mid's back from Canva. Have you seen her?
Just now. She's planning to set up a workshop in the stores and ask me to buy her some materials. Here's the list.
Lista de materiais. Pegamos.
Think you can find everything on there?
This lot. Wouldn't be much of a trader if I couldn't.
Excellent. As for payment,
It's paid 100 times over by what that girl's done for us. If it weren't for her filters, we'd have naught to drink but blight water, and that would have drained the life out of us long ago.
indeed it would.
I'll send the stuff on to Mid when he comes in.
Thank you, Karen. That just leaves the carpenter. Let's see if Bardolph's available.
Tem item novo também com ela?
Well, don't just stand there gawping.
Espada de coral. Ô louco, tem uns itens interessantes aqui, velho. Saiote de caçador aumenta a defesa.
Let's not be greedy now. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. Finished, are you?
Vamos lá agora. Sigamos. para a missão. Acho que é lá embaixo.
Do, Master Sid?
Bardolph. Maid's looking to build a workshop in the storeroom, and she needs the... So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can, but I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I... It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about, you know, the one over at Martha's Rest?
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could...
Beleza, vamos falar com a Marta. Vamos lá no repouso da Marta, né? Não falar com a Marta. É o nome da região. E falar com a Marta também, né? A mulher que nunca envelhece.
Home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look from there then.
Tá bom, então agora encontre Bernard perto das ruínas de Cressida. Vamos aí atrás do Bernard. Garbedela. Vamos aí chegar a tal da Garbedela. Chamar o nosso amigo Ambrósia.
Run like the wind.
Da aranha viúva triste. Por aqui mesmo? É. Acho que vai liberar outra região, hein? Uma nova região, pelo jeito. Pelo que deu pra ver ali. Chegamos.
The lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here.
Oh, do? Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I? Before we go?
Of course.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends. But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could,
It's the least I can do.
Well, thank you kindly. And take care.
Ok, mate as criaturas que habitam as ruínas de Cresida. Isso é fácil.
This shouldn't take long.
Soil and stone!
Tem mais ainda? Toma essa. Esse deve ser o último. Aê. Alguns itens bons para vender depois. Eu acho que agora já foi.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son.
Não gostei muito não, para ser sincero, dessas habilidades do... Deve ser bem útil contra alguns adversários, mas eu vou tirar essas habilidades aí do Titã por enquanto.
Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left. Though it may as well have been a century, looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
Pelo menos por enquanto.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past. As soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that... I'll meet you there.
That should take care of Mid's little list.
Acho que vale a pena dar uma vasculhada por aqui, né? Antes de ir lá falar com o Amid e provavelmente finalizar a missão. O Bernard foi visitar ali a sepultura do pai e da mãe dele, beleza. Dá uma vasculhadinha por aqui. Olha aí, tem um item aqui. 10 pedacinhos de belicita. E aqui, será que tem algo? Nadinha no rei. Aqui deve ter. Como eu bem imaginei. Agora ali pro fundo, hein? Aqui depois vai ter alguma missão daquelas caçadas lá de monstros, tenho quase certeza. Olha o tamanho desse espaço. Isso aqui é perfeito para enfrentar um monstro gigante aqui. Acho que é isso. Vamos lá falar com a Mid. E ela quer fazer essa tal dessa oficina aí. Acho que vai ser alguma coisa boa pra gente. Mas antes deixa eu vender os itens. Tem bastante item pra vender.
Well, don't just stand there gawping. Coin purse weighing you down.
Isso aqui pode vender.
I reckon I can find a buyer.
Sangue preto também.
You got out else?
Esse daqui, moeda de Goblin, também.
I'll be thankful you got that much.
Ô, louco, lasca de cristal também. Isso aqui é usado para fabricação, mas encontra em todo lugar, né? Eu tenho 1000 no inventário.
Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered, are you?
É muito no inventário.
How's it coming along?
Vou ver o que essa menina quer. Vou seguir os passos do pai aí e começar a fazer máquinas.
But I want to help Miss Middle with her.
Sejam é o engenheiro do Final Fantasy, né?
All right, Clive? You've all done then?
I am. I've placed your various...
That's brilliant.
Is there...
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans, so as soon as Bernard gets here, we can get to work. I can't wait.
Missão concluída. E o que teremos de bom com isso, hein?
That's my good deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
Opa, mais missõezinhas para fazer. Peso do comando. E na enfermaria tem uma missão dor e risco. Deixa eu tirar antes que eu esqueça as habilidades. As habilidades dos summoners. Eu vou deixar essa daqui, o tornado. Acho que eu vou com essa agora, para-raios. Deixa eu ver como é que tá as habilidades aqui. Esse ataque tórrido aqui também ele é legal, velho. Porque ele solta tipo um raio de fogo, uma onda de fogo. Ah, vamos fazer essa daqui ficar no level máximo agora. E essa aqui também. E essa aqui também. Já temos ali o que a gente quer deixar no level máximo, né? Vou ter que passar horas jogando aí para poder pegar essa quantidade de pontos de habilidades. Faz parte. Aqui é a enfermagem, mas eu não vou na enfermagem agora. Eu vou fazer aquela outra missão que é uma secundária, que é aqui, ó. No Doris.
Do you have a moment, Sid? A team of curse break.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage was a curse breaker managed to release a stolus, and they should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that.
They know the work is dangerous, but I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing, but I never really thought how my words might.
É isso, vamos lá.
I'll go and find them. We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Com essa missão a gente ganha aquele outro acessório
I'm sorry.
dos renomes lá.
The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the dragon's eyrie.
That should be enough to go on.
Bom, então é só ir no ninho do dragão. Que é pra aqui, já tá até no esquema já. Já está até no esquema, vamos lá.
Slavers don't even.
Gosto desse mapa, acho muito bonito.
Let's go. Run like the wind.
É um mapa muito bonito. Procure o grupo de Cole no ninho, vamos lá. Achei.
Be safe.
You're in one piece.
Just about. Sid, if you don't mind me asking...
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northridge. The hideaway should have learned of our survival.
Well, I'm here now. And it looks like you freed the bearers.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather than fleeing when they... I want to help them, Sid. But we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage? You have duties to attend to here. See?
All right. Just follow the path to the south. You'll come across the carriage soon enough. And please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers, the poor souls will be eaten alive.
I won't let that happen.
Thank you. And Sid?
Don't thank me just yet.
Vamos lá. Vai ser fácil.
They're trying to get into the carriage.
Esse para-raio é bom também, viu? Ah, tem uns magos ali, velho. Já foi. Toma essa. Acabou. Colar de ossos.
Who are you?
A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety. The life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you. Your lives are your own now.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone back to the hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
Ok, agora é só informar Doris no esconderijo. Vamos lá, meu rei.
The little ones have been up to their old tricks.
E aí, Doris?
Sid, welcome back. If I just waited, or maybe I wouldn't.
Cole and the others got home safely.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that. What kind of leader sends people into danger? I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to beware.
We swore the same oath as you, Doris.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk no one with doubts ever joins our ranks.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Thank you for your faith in me. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death along, but I'm a Cursebreaker. I swore
You will.
Ok. Agora eu consigo pegar o próximo item. Vai dar 305 ali. Chamas ascendentes. Diminui o tempo de recarga. E agora temos aqui, ó, uma nova conquista. Pios de Lobo Terrível. Pouco tempo atrás, um ladrão me abordou enquanto eu pegava a Rota Dourada e teria sido meu fim no meio do deserto se os rompe-maldição não tivessem vindo me socorrer. Devo minha vida a eles, que esse presente seja útil para eles. Agora o outro aqui eu não sei, vamos ver. Só que é um novo equipamento. Que equipamento será este? Aumenta o dano de combo em 5%. Puxa vida. O lobo terrível subjuga sua presa com uma sequência de ataques intensos que agridem tanto o corpo quanto a alma, atordoando a vítima e criando uma oportunidade de matá-la antes que ela possa reagir. Não é o que eu pensava. Mas beleza, é um item novo. É um acessório novo, né? Agora nós temos basicamente duas missões para fazer, que é a principal, raios súbitos, e a outra, dor e risco. E aí com essas duas aí eu acho que possivelmente a gente consegue já chegar aí quase no 350 para aparecer novas recompensas aqui no benfeitor.
What's everyone whispering about?
Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course. Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my best. Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves? Oh, that's right. He went to ask Hippocrates about Torgor. He must have found something. You have the look of a man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodrigue.
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand. But it's my fault. I don't think I can do it. I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but there is many die. Is it really worth the risk?
You don't need me to answer that. You know, I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that, and we must lift that burden. The operation may be dangerous, but it's also essential.
I know. I still, but griping about my lot helps.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a drop. Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low.
Just tell me what you need.
You'll go. No one knows Herblore like Talia, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of
Bom, vamos lá. Fazer essa missão secundária para depois fazer a do Torgal. Tem alguma coisa, acho que o cara da biblioteca vai falar um pouco mais sobre a transformação do Torgal. Também me deixou um pouquinho encucado com isso, porque, sinceramente, achei da hora aquela transformação do cachorro, hein?
The river was easy enough to find.
O que dá pra saber até agora é que ele tem o sangue. O que dá pra saber até agora é que ele tem o sangue do ferreiro. Tá batendo para-raio, velho, que loucura. Opa, subimos de level. Tem que pegar 3 desses. Tá tudo aqui.
Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked for a while. Hopefully this will put Rodriguez's mind at ease.
Eu vou tirar essa daqui, viu? Mudar um pouquinho aí a estratégia. Voltar para o esconderijo. Belezura pura. Estamos voltando. Tá aparecendo de missão secundária aí, a gente está fazendo. Missão secundária. Essas caçadas também, do Mowgli. Vamos falar com o Rodrigo. Não se preocupa não, nego.
Only the
Tudo
usual.
certo.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more.
You'll do fine. Taya trusts you.
Thank you for the kind... I'm sorry. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of one ill-conceived incision. A single slip, and the poison fouls the patient, and even success means tremendous pain. I became a physicker to help people, not to kill them.
Curse breakers lead hard lives. They toil in the shadows, risking life, and yet we never won for volunteers.
Conviction?
They're willing to fight. To give their lives to create a world. I know your work isn't easy, but neither is going under the knife.
You sound like Taya. It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. Thank you for helping me remember that.
Que legal, hein? Bela missão aí. Tomara que o médico consiga ajudar bastante pessoas e consiga tirar aí essa maldição do rosto de algumas. Agora vamos falar com o Gav na biblioteca. A gente também tem que falar com o velho para ele falar um pouco mais sobre essa transformação do nosso totozinho aí, o cachorro, né, meu? Porque ficou muito louco, hein? Olha aí a explicação. E ele já tá aí, o doguinho.
Where did you get him? Like, in the first place?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Torms?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native in one of our oldest bestiaries. I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. His name was Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
O bicho gostou.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound.
Ah, então ela é mais...
Awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other?
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting...
Quite. Though Torgal's power is his own. His latent birthright as a Frostwolf. It had only to be unlocked.
Muito bem, Torgal.
Torgal?
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
É, aí sim.
Regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nut.
There you are! I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shall be a moment.
A bicha é chata mesmo. Fala igual o pai. Algum tempo depois... Então essa aí vai ser onde ela vai trabalhar nas invenções.
Isn't it brilliant?
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot, starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them. Now that that's settled, I wonder if Vivian's made any progress tracking down Kupka.
Thanks for letting me do this, Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
We have everything we need to begin work in earnest. And work in earnest we shall.
Só tô empolgado, hein?
Thanks from before, son. That was a good deed you did me. Only right I do you one in return. Though I did wonder if I'd bit off more than I could chew when Mid showed me her plans for the place. If she hadn't been there to tell me what to do, I wouldn't have known where to start.
O pessoal tá bem empolgado aí na engenharia. Que maravilha, hein?
I think I'll wait till Mid's away to take a tour.
Vamos falar com a Vivian.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, if anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you.
What?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't.
You have nothing to worry about on that front.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A visita? Quem seria?
For your trouble.
Oh, o tio dele.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens, for your favorite uncle is here!
Chegou. Olha o outro cristal, hein? Esse a gente vai ter que destruir também. Só que esse tem um Bahamut. O novo Capitólio Sagrado.
The Dalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. The Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmeks empty their treasuries for us. Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan. Nor
O que esse moleque tem, velho?
The Empire owes you a great debt.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you, Your Highness.
May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
O moleque é poderosíssimo, cara.
Now, let us come to the question of precisely when the Dalmeks will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded.
So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, Your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
Aqui tem essa florzinha aí, cara.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
Ô louco, o Bahamut vai pra briga, hein?
If that is your wish, Your Radiance, I shall depart at once. Forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, Your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
Essa mulher é uma bruxa, velho? Putz, e esse moleque também, né? Esse moleque é estranho pra caramba.
What on earth is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
The Litlums have been up to their oars. Just one thing after another around here.
My dear nephew, how I've missed you.
How did you find this place, Uncle?
Through the good offices of young Sir Wade. He really is the most helpful fellow. As are you, I hear. The Guardians and those they freed tell the most outlandish tales of your heroics in Rosalith. Which is why I came, to learn the full truth of the matter. sort the fact from the fiction, so to speak.
You were working with the Guardians of the Flame to evacuate the people of Rosalith to Port Isolde.
I was, aye.
Then I have questions for you. Please, come inside, Uncle.
Gladly. You there? There are 2,000 gold talents in those chests. See that they're added to my nephew's coffers, would you?
2,000?
And I'm afraid that is all I know.
A fleet sailing south past Port Isolde. Most intriguing.
Forgive me for not being able to tell you more. I hadn't the faintest idea Kupka withdrew wounded from Rosalith. Still less that my own nephew dealt the disciple.
What do you think, Vivian?
I think, with this news of the Dhalmekian fleet and recent reports of the... Come here and I'll show you. It is known that Kupka's forces entered Rosaria via its unguarded coast. So can the same be said of your visitors from Waloed? Certainly her Royal Navy is famed for the efficiency with which it bears her knights from one battlefield to the next. And in the Einherjar, or Black Galleon, she boasts a vessel nigh as swift and every bit as feared as the kingdom's legendary cavalry. A fitting flagship for a land apart, her naval presence being crucial to her ambitions beyond Ash. Yes, it seems safe to assume that the Royalists did indeed enter Rosaria from the sea. So then, had you a vested interest in Titan's survival, whither would you take him? Why, home to Drake's Fang, a place rich enough in ether to conjure the magics needed to mend his hurts. But would that not entail an arduous voyage around the southern cape? Let us say that the Royalists did put ashore with a mind to spirit Kupka away from under your very nose. Could that truly have been their plan for him? To load him aboard one of the ships flying Republican colors sighted off the coast near Port Isolde. To spend weeks at sea, being tossed hither and yon by unforgiving waves, his life hanging in the balance. No. The journey would mean Titan's death, and Kupka's faithful creatures would not allow it. So what then was the plan of our Waluda friends? Reports suggest they made not for the coast, but for the desert. And by cutting through the Velcroy, a party traveling light would have Titan back in his bed days before a galley could lurch into port. To wit, it was the Royalists, not the Republicans, who effected Hugo Kupka's safe retreat. I would stake your life on it.
So it was the Waludas who spirited the wretch away. Now I think about it, there was something a little strange about the ships I saw. The men seemed almost crestfallen, as if in mourning, as if they believed, or were made to believe, that their master was dead.
You have a keen mind, Lord Rosfield. And you have your answer. To find Kupka, you have merely to follow the Royalist trail across the Velcroy. It may well have gone cold by now, but as they say in the Republic, all roads lead to Drake's Fang.
Allow me to accompany you part of the way. As luck would have it, I had intended to journey Canberward on business after visiting you here. The Fang would be but a short detour.
I'd be glad of the company. Give me a moment to make ready. I need to tell my friends what we've learned, and where we're going.
Very well, but be quick about it, my boy. Time waits for no man.
Ok, finalmente, depois de muitas conversinhas aí,
Kupka's at Drake's Fang. I'll be leaving before sunset.
You're not going in there alone, are you?
Don't worry. I'm not going there to destroy the Mother Crystal. I won't risk any more than I have to.
The Lanza and the Fang are all Kupka's You have any trouble on the way, you ask for
Who is she?
An old associate of Sid's. And only Sid's. We've heard nothing from her since he...
Thanks.
So, what about...
Don't look so worried.
Thank fuck for that.
Gav, Otto,
you can count on us.
Que maravilha. Vamos embora. Tentando, né? Tá difícil.
Pessoal. I'm ready to depart. Shall we?
We shall. Come, let us away to adventure.
Dessa vez vamos, hein, eu acho. Rumo na Adventure. Então temos uma nova localização para seguir, que é aqui no deserto de Velcroy. Só tirar uma dúvida aqui, e é exatamente o que eu imaginava. Depois que faz uma missão, termina uma missão e outra começa, senão em alguns momentos que vai mudando aí os eventos da missão, vai liberando novos monstros pra gente conseguir derrotar. E aí, agora liberou. Liberou mais um. Colina da Morte. Está no deserto de Velcroy, em Dalméquia. E aí é nessa localização aí que a gente vai agora, provavelmente. Entre os mercenários, entre os mercadores republicanos, há boatos de cavernas sendo destruídas por um pedregulho negro, uma criatura cuja natureza é indeterminada, porém de tamanho, força e crueldade bastante conhecidas. Quem decidir caçar e matar essa fera receberá a eterna gratidão, não apenas dos comerciantes do deserto, mas também dos rompe-maldição, que arriscam a vida e a integridade física em cada viagem por Velcroy. Então, é por ali. É por ali. Deserto de Velcroy, em Dalméquia. Falta quanto pra dar uma evoluída aqui?
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Estamos com 320. Ah, vai ficar faltando 10 ainda, ó. Pra aumentar o renome e aparecer mais recompensas.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Mas aí é por aqui mesmo. O deserto de Velcroy. E é muito louco, hein? A República de Dalméquia é onde fica o Titã, né? Gostei do cenário do deserto, hein? Topzera das galáxias.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Da hora. Enigma das Areias. Muito bom. Temos algum inimigo por aqui, né? Temos o inimigo por aqui. Em algum lugar. Essa é uma nova região. Deixa eu só tirar uma dúvida, porque me parece, eu não lembro se é no sul, no norte. Deixa eu voltar lá. Apesar que eu acredito que eu não vou conseguir fazer essa missão agora, então vou ter que encerrar a live em breve. Vamos só ver qual é que é da missão aí. Colina da Morte. Bom, sabemos o que? Que é na colina. Pode ser já uma dica para achar, né? Entre os mercadores republicanos há boatos de caravanas sendo destruídas por um pedregulho negro, uma criatura cuja natureza é indeterminada, porém de tamanho, força e crueldade bastante conhecidas. Quem decidir caçar e matar essa fera receberá a eterna gratidão não apenas dos comerciantes do deserto, mas também dos rompe-maldição, que arriscam a integridade física em cada viagem. É aonde passa as caravanas. Deve ser numa estrada. Deve ser perto de uma estrada. Ou é por aqui, ó. Vou fazer um teste, vamos lá ver.
Ready, go?
Por aqui? Isso.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings.
Cara, esse escorpião, que da hora.
Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be... And when your brother arrived, that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Olha aí o tio dele lutando, rapaz. Tem alguma coisa ali, ó. Acho que é o cristal. Águia letal. Só foi. Ah, aqui é o teleporte. Tá doidão, meu velho? Já fiz isso aí. Opa, aquele tornado ali. Ah, fez mais 1000, hein? Essa aqui parece ser muito louca também, viu? Fazer essas aqui, né? Explosão mágica. A esquiva. Não tinha completado essas aqui ainda. E agora tá faltando só de 500. Que é o da esquiva precisa. Essas aqui são as dele mesmo, né? Será que tá por aqui? Vai saber, né? É umas ruínas. chamada de Ceratina. Ah, deu bastante, viu? 93. É bem ruínas mesmo, hein, velho. Opa, pode ser por aqui. Será que o inimigo tá aqui? Ah, mas aqui não é caminho de... Mas vamos ver, né? Putz, deve ter alguma coisa ali, velho.
Let us turn back before we lose our way.
Ah, agora é com fogo, ó. Tanto a investida quanto o ataque, porque eu evoluí os dois. Que da hora, hein? Deixando assim mais forte, né? Mas beleza, pessoal, tenho que encerrar por aqui. Valeu, até o próximo capítulo. Fui.